Titans, an all-American battle, Corvette versus Mustang. Performance Mustang RTR Spec 5D, Field versus Denofa. Field will lead, Denofa will give chase as they come on down the pipe. Woo-wee, that's a stinky initiation coming into that first inside clip. Here comes Matt Field. Oh, scrubs some speed, but allows Denofa to straighten out. Oh, gains some ground, banging doors. Oh man, I tell you what, things got a little interesting there. Talking about that smack talking, rubbing his racing. Ryan, I really want to look at this. You saw the attitude of Matt's vehicle when he went up the hill. It looked like he scrubbed
on the angle. He sped up and then had to put more angle in it to slow down to avoid a big accident. Here we go.
Here we go. Chelsea Denofa, Matt Field in that chase position. Chelsea initiates, yanking that handbrake quite a bit. Comes in. Wow. You talk about that momentum zone. Good aggressive driving by Chelsea. Look at the angle from Denofa. Comes into that second outside zone in that keyhole. Look at that absolute sideways positioning of that BC Racing vehicle. Going for gold. Oh my God. Literally. Holy cow, where'd they go? First you see them, now you don't. All-American battle. Yo, the old Houdini. Wow.
That is Denofa saying, I'm going to do whatever I can.
A great job in outside zone 1, and he definitely missed outside zone 2 by a lot.
Winners already in the grade 8 as the top 16 Royal Purple, the Royal Purple Synthetic Experts official engine oil of Formula Drift. Coming down the pipe. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. Look at the angle from Vaughn. Dylan just kind of a slow roller into it, and he is bathing in that Nitto tire smoke. Here goes Vaughn. First outside zone, ticking the box, the second outside zone. Woo! Dylan Hughes lunges forward, he takes a shallower line, he compromises that line in order to get that proximity. And now on that touch and go, Vaughn doesn't get all the way in, but both of them do on that last inside clip. Great job by both drivers, overcook it and burn the dinner. That's when he comes out on top. So Dylan Hughes, he's got the clean air. How's Vaughn Gittin Jr. gonna chase him down? Dylan Hughes initiates, uses all the track, gets out to the dust, and starts that GT radial burnout. Oh, and there it is. Vaughn Gittin Jr. comes in shallow, tightens it up, out to that second outside zone, gets out there, hits it and quits it. But Vaughn Gittin Jr., look at this. He is sweating him. The chrome nose in the back end of that BMW, quickly getting out of that keyhole. And look at this. Dylan Hughes bringing it up and around that final front clip. So great execution.
I think he straightened up before his transition going to inside clip number 3, but good job for Jeff Jones getting through.
Yep. Here we go. We're back to the action. Odie Bakchis going against that of Travis Reeder. Whoa, well, look at that. Reeder jumps into formation. Absolutely frazzled by that. Ooh! Reeder overcooks it now. Again, Ryan, this seems like a different Odie Bakchis in 2021. Travis Reeder debuting this new car. Odie Bakchis loud and proud, just nasty with it. Look at that. Odie Bakchis just seems absolutely possessed. And you pointed it out earlier, Ron. I put a post up before coming out here. Said, make today a good old day. We'll look back at this, and there we go. Matt Field will lead. JTP chasing him down. Whoa, little shots fired there. What? That was odd. As look at this, Matt Field composed. Massive angle from him. Justin Pollock regains his composure. And now up the hill into that second outside zone goes Matt Field. JTP taking a bit of a shallower line here. And a hiccup there from Justin Pollock now coming back down the hill into the touch and go. Now Justin Pollock looks just maybe out of sorts. I don't know what's going on here. Did admire. And Pollock slowly crawling out of that start chicane. Justin Pollock, oh, look at that. Tit for tat right as Pollock initiates, so does Field. Field takes a little bit of angle out of it. Now heading up the hill into that first outside zone. Both of them, no major errors. I like how it's going. Good flow, good proximity from Field. He knocks over that inside clip. Now into the touch and go. And Pollock around that final clip, using all of the track, Ryan. Good run from both these guys. Look at the flames shooting out of Pollock's vehicle.
Jones and Dean Carney on the other side, and then Odie Bakchis and Adam LZ. So
Junior, Eve Meyer, never doing battle against each other. As Vaughn Gittin Jr. goes towards the middle of the course, and as we said, the lead car has the right of way. Massive angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. lifting that front left tire. Oh man, Eve Meyer getting christened in smoke into that second outside zone. Oh, we got contact. Vaughn Gittin Jr. stays in it. Woo! Make some noise, Atlanta. Wow, we got rubber on rubber contact, but Houston, we do not have a problem. Eve takes one of those cones as a souvenir all the way home. Signature RTR LED grill lights in his rear view mirror. All right, the Type S lights are on, underglow. And now into that first front clip. Here comes Eve Meyer. Vaughn Gittin Jr. chasing him down. Now pass, taking all the cones, eating them up like pack pellets. Now into that second outside zone. Eve does not get all the way out there, and that was a line he took with Vaughn Gittin Jr., and that's what actually caused the accident. So it looks like Vaughn maybe give himself a little bit of room here and might surge here towards the end. No, he does not, but he knows he has that kind of advantage, so didn't really need to apply the pressure too much.
We left off before the break, and it looks like
Z and Jones, but here we go, right back jumping into it. Bakchis and Adam LZ. Two S15s, two very different builds. Oh boy, look at that nastiness. We got door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel, and LZ just absolutely slamming into the side of Bakchis. It's all good, it's all good. Here we go, our first battle of the Final Four is here. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in order, no, not the case even there either. Here we go, Matt Field and Vaughn Gittin Jr. The scenarios play out as the tires burn on. Matt Field initiates into that front clip. Right there, look at him. Matt Field just wraps it around that front clip. Now going to that first outside zone, some wavering by both the drivers in that second outside zone. Right there, riding the line is, woo, oh doctor, look at this. Both these guys showing up, toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano, body parts being shredded off, shredded to send it to end it. Matt Field and Vaughn Gittin Jr. putting on an air show behind the wheel of his Ford Mustang. And Matt Field hunting him down. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. Big angle from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Look at that. He's got that back right tire, Ryan, you're pointing out. Did it go flat? I don't know. That thing looks like he's on rim potentially. But if he finished, he might have debeated. But if he finished, oh boy, and there it goes.
it debeated on initiation, and it's fine in terms of can he finish finishing the run, because it's just.
Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets. No, sorry. Yeah. Matt Field waits in the wings as Vaughn Gittin Jr. does as well. Will he get third place or will he get fourth? Bakchis coming down the hill in that Falcon Tires Field Suspension S15. Here comes Jones in tow. Brings around that first front clip. Well executed by both the drivers. Couple car length distance in between the two drivers. First outside zone, now the second outside zone. Jones taking a tighter line. Ooh. Look at that, wheel to wheel. Good transition. Now coming out of the keyhole. Jeff Jones make a small correction, straightens out, now back up the hill. And Jones, no major mistake. Great, man, this is just all one big happy family, but one of these gentlemen is going to the finals, guaranteed a podium spot. Here we go, send it, Jeff Jones coming down the pipe. Bakchis right there, that's what I was talking about, and that's to be expected. Jones and that 818 Edelbrock. Z coming into that second outer zone. Just barely dips that back left wheel into that second outside zone, transitioning out of the keyhole and through that touch and go. Oh, great transition by both the drivers. Jeff was a little off that touch and go, Ryan. Take a look at these cars. Bakchis, Matt Field. Field claim. Atlanta, line up the night. The finals are here. It's a Falcon 1-2. In which order are they going to land? Matt Field, the beast from the Bay, initiates. Throwing into that first front clip. Bakchis right there on the back. Oh! Bakchis lunges forward, gets in to the side of Matt Field. You see him go on the opposite side. The accident happens. And the carbon Kevlar body kit lands right in front. Oh, man, we got side skirts, front bumpers. We got it all. That was interesting. How did he go on that? Here we go, send it for the finals. Bakchis out front. Matt Field in the chase position. Who's coming out on top? Missing some of those carbon Kevlar bits. Wraps it around that front clip. Gets a little closer. Doesn't have that bumper on. And look at this big angle. Matt Field with a big correction.
Oh boy.
And Matt Field is that considered incomplete. Kind of came out of power. And now coming back down the hill. Guys, is that an incomplete? But the contact, Ryan, I hear you screaming, hooting and hollering. Is that enough? So smothered is cheese, right? Covered, cubed, chunked, and then capped. I like the shroom. Here we go. That is Matt Field and Odie Bakchis. Nice job there by Matt Field on initiation, going to that first outside zone. Into the second outside zone. Both these guys are dialed. Rip Rourke ready to go into the keyhole. Around that front clip, out of the keyhole, both these drivers go. Now down into that touch and go, and that final clip. Looks like we got a full pull here, Ryan. Look at that. Oh, just as I say that, Odie Bakchis overshoot. I'm talking about getting paid. Let's send it Atlanta for potentially the last time here of the evening. Odie Bakchis out front. Matt Field sweating them. Look at this. Around that first front clip. Oh man, Matt Field, he is a man possessed. Odie Bakchis filling all that outside zone 1, outside zone 2. Field taking a shallower line, but look at Matt Field. Oh man, he took a shallower line. He had a correction, exiting out of the keyhole, and then back up the hill. Woo! Matt looked.